Well, I'm back. I'm Kevin, and I'm not childish. I'm just like a bad habit. I just keep coming back. And talking about bad habits, that's sort of what my subject's about. Money Anonymous. I, as I always am, was thinking about what drives people and what they value in life. And I realized that money is, of course, a big driver of a lot of people. And there's a lot of reasons for it. However, it came to me that maybe can become an addiction like many other things. A lot of people that start out drinking alcohol are not addicted to it. But as time goes on, maybe some bad situations happen to them. They start relying on it to give them relief from their stress or their depression. Same thing with food. Gossip. I think some people use gossip as a way to make themselves feel better because, well, they don't have good self-esteem. And so when they start looking at other people and see that they're worse than them, they feel better. And then they want others to agree with them. So they share this information and see what kind of response they get. And of course, the people they share it with are other people who want to do the same thing. Just like alcohol. Just like any addiction. You hang around with people that like to shop, if you're addicted to that. You could be addicted to stealing. It might not be that you need the money. You just like the thrill. So there are people out there who like making money. But when does making money become more than just making money? When is it something that they've lost control of? When they put it ahead of everything else, even to the point of family, which I think a lot of the richest people in the world have put the making of money, accumulation of money, the accumulation of stuff, just having the biggest yacht. And you see that, I don't know if all of you see this, but whenever there's a yacht built, and it's the biggest one ever made, there's already one in the works from somebody else who's filthy stinking rich to outdo that yacht. Now, if you want to talk about childish, that sure seems childish to me. The next thing, the yacht's going to be so big, it's not even going to be able to float out in the ocean. It'll be like, having a pond and trying to put a 50-foot yacht in it. It's not going to work. These things are getting huge. They'll probably be considered a landmass in themselves. They'll be an island of their own out there. In fact, they make some of them, or they have drawings of some of them that look like islands. We'll have to see how that one turns out. But really, for some people, this could actually be a very serious issue. They may be so caught up in the money that they really can't stop themselves. And it hurts all of us, just like other addictions hurt people, but maybe not as on a bigger scale. If you have a spending problem, you get yourself in bad shape, and then you end up losing everything you have because you can't make the payments on it. Sometimes I think the people that make money are afraid of losing their money. They say, if I just had $10 million more, I would be secure. I know that I could live to the end of my life. But once they get that $10 million more, they don't feel secure. And so they say, well, maybe just 20 million more, and then I'll stop. Then I'll quit. Yeah. But they don't. Because they realize that the potential is there, maybe very slim, but the potential is there for them to lose everything. And it scares them to death. Doctors probably charge a lot more than what they would normally if they weren't so afraid of being sued. Because they still need to be, they still need money to live. I know I'm laughing, but that's a problem I have. I kind of, when I'm talking about something serious, every once in a while I'll put out a little giggle there. But anyway, I'm seeing people that make money from a different view than I ever have before. And in some cases, I'm starting to feel sorry for them because they say money can't make you happy, and it doesn't. If you can stop your use at any point, your fear of or your need for making more, then you're probably okay. But if you can't, you probably have an addiction. A lot of the things we have as addictions are mental. They're not physical. I look at Jimmy Buffett. Certainly, having stuff is not one of his drivers. He doesn't need a lot of stuff around him. I want to believe that he works as hard as he does for the money to ensure that he does the best for his shareholders. He does seem to care about people, and he obviously says he doesn't know how to spend money, so he has given away $30 billion once now, and yet he's worth the same amount, if not more. I think he's actually worth twice as much now than when he gave away $30 billion. And of course, he gave it all to charity. The Microsoft guy, Bill Gates, gave it to his charity. So, hopefully it's going to get used to make things better. And I think it has a good chance of it. But there's a lot of rich people, and I know it's hard to feel sorry for them. But you just kind of wonder if you went up to them and said, have you ever considered Money Anonymous? And maybe give them a questionnaire on how they can stop. Ask them whether they spend money for this, do they do that, how many hours a week do they work making money, are they willing to steal from others to make money? Clearly, some of them are, and I just can't imagine, and they don't need to. But there's so mixed up in this idea of being richer, you know? Just one more deal and I'm done, you know? But they're never done. And they keep doing this and cheating everyone else, hurting people dramatically, all so they can put more money in their bank account. And then what happens at the end? They die. They can only live, 80 years or so if they're lucky. I wonder that about people that enjoy power. Why are you trying to accumulate so much power? You're going to be dead in 80 years at the most. I mean, of course, you don't start on that addiction initially. So you only get maybe, if you're lucky, 40 years worth of power. That's it. And you're done. Somebody else takes over, and whatever you've done, they can undo in no time. Or they can make things even worse. Wouldn't you rather leave this world knowing you did something to make it better? Because you're going to leave, whether you like it or not. Why do you want to hang on to your addiction? Whatever it is. Try to remove it and do something positive with your life, because it isn't that long. And I just made up this one. I have sayings every once in a while. Yeah, I've said this before. I got to finish this out better. So remember, the less you say, the more intelligent you sound. See you next time.